From MTN News, this is Daybreak.
Well, good morning, everyone everywhere. I'm Ryan Burg, and thank you all for joining us on Daybreak. If I look gross, it's because I feel gross. I just finished the 5K. Of course, I had to stop down for a little bit and catch my breath, but it was a tough battle, and some could say an uphill battle at times. But whether you're first, last, or anywhere in between, as long as you cross the finish line, that is what counts. In Helena, Ryan Burg, MTN News. On Tuesday morning at 7:30, crews quickly responded to a call about a structure fire on 2009 Livingston Avenue. Need to take a shot.
Good job!
Wow.
You did better than I did, Ryan. See where you hit it?
And coming up next, we have a very special birthday coming up, so we'll celebrate with Smokey next. Now we'll move on to your Christmas Eve forecast here. So what we'll be seeing out there today, well, we'll go hour by hour with you right here. So very chilly when we wake up this morning, heading out the door. It is going to get warmer around the afternoon, but still sticking around chillier weather, and it's going to dip down when we get to the 5 o'clock slate. So
There you go.
Yep.
Oh, you got him, you got him.
ooh.
A little easier. There you go.
All right, Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. You see Santa up there really enjoying himself, delivering presents, but he might be a little cold, as well as you, maybe if you're walking out the door, because as we're going through tomorrow, we're going to be on the chillier side, high 30s and 40s, probably the high 43, but for the most part, it's going to be fairly cloudy and clear, so not much for a white Christmas, unfortunately. I know I'm pretty bummed out with it. Whether you're a cowboy or not, just like me, there's something for everyone in rodeo, and Big Sky Country is looking to declare rodeo as its official state sport. And joining us at the desk is Smokey Bear. Happy birthday. I'm, happy to have you on here. And I actually got a little present for you right over here. Yeah, it's your birthday, man, of course. And we'll give you...
Wait, Ryan, did you not see quick weather?
Oh.
Wildfire danger is very high today. We don't... No fire.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. When you take skiing and also horse racing and rodeo and you combine them, you get ski joring. And it's enjoyed by many around here in Montana, especially here in Boulder, where they're doing ski joring in the Big Rock, where it's a couple of days of entertainment and experience. And at the same time that evening, people are going to be on Guad Hill laying out their blankets for Symphony Under the Stars. That's going to be on Saturday.
That's a huge one, 20th anniversary, and man alive, this place is going to be filled with blankets. I mean, I can't remember how many thousand people. It's the biggest event we have.
You're not going to be able to see a patch of grass on that hill, I can tell you.
So you're going to want to get your blankets, and you want to hold those down with some...
canned goods. I mean, they've been doing it for 3 years. They've been working with the Helena Food Share, and over 50,000 pounds of canned food that's been donated because of that.
That is incredible.
The board that tracks livestock killed by predators says that claims are down in 2023. The Montana Livestock Loss Board tracks stock animals killed by grizzly bears, wolves, and mountain lions, and manages that the funds that reimburse farmers and ranchers for their losses. According to the board's latest numbers, predators killed 154 animals in 2023 that were valued at nearly $213,000. Compare that to 2022, when predators killed 287 animals with payments totaling just over $241,000. We always think about bringing bear spray with us while hiking in the summer, but how about during the winter? I know it may seem a little odd, but MTN's Kristen Merkel shows us why it's important to always stay bear aware, especially during a winter this warm. Well, as we promised, we brought our gingerbread houses here, and it was quite the difficult feat. For me at least. It was a while since I picked up the icing and all of that stuff, so this is my production here, and it's called What in the Smurf Happened to My House.
Greenage.
Multiple colors and some candy here, but for the most part, I said that it looks like a 4-year-old made it, and my dad said that is hurting the 4-year-olds out there. But books bring imagination to life for kids.
They empower and grow the curious young minds that will one day shape the state of Montana, but not all children have access to books.
And the Scripps Howard Fund is looking to change that one book at a time. Just the one was plenty more than I thought I was going to cost. So, you know.
Well, at least got you a fish.
As you use them and they get scuffed up and stuff, they start looking even cooler.
Yeah. Then it really has that history and stories to tell. Bad reason to get out and about. In Helena, Ryan Burg, MTN News.
Kind of direct it like this, and then you can start blending more. So, uh-oh. Without the added sugar, it still tastes great. So if you feel like you're up for trying it,
I'm definitely down for trying it. So I'm a big bell pepper fan, so I'll go out after this. And I think I'm going to try that dip right now.
Isn't it? I don't know if it's any different, but
I would take that over ranch any day. The Soapbox Derby in downtown Helena is rounding around the corner for its 4th season, and you see these creative vehicles hit the Helena pavement, but they don't always start like that. So how does something like this get put together? Well, I spoke with one team who's participating in this year's race. With Smokey Bear being 80 years old, I mean, in your opinion, how influential has he been with people around, these areas seeing Smokey Bear and being fire safe?
I mean, Smokey Bear is so iconic.
It was a monumentous night in American history. One of the largest voter turnouts in any U.S. election turned into a Republican domination, especially at the top of the ticket. Many expected to wait until later today, possibly even later this week, to find out the presidential election winner. But our election projectors called Pennsylvania for former President Donald Trump shortly after 11 p.m. last night, putting him over the 270 vote threshold, and then winning Wisconsin after 3 a.m. Here is a look at the numbers from Montana, which he claimed earlier on Election Day. Talking about more of the country, then there were 7 so-called battleground states. Trump won North Carolina and Georgia fairly early in the night, then Pennsylvania, then Wisconsin. He ended up winning most of the key states for a fairly sizable electoral college victory.
But lots of cool things to do. I mean, they got a great park for kids to play at. Of course, you got the carnival and all the fun stuff that goes with the carnival. And then you got a lot of great exhibits too.
Yeah, there's going to be lots going on with 4-H, where on Thursday, tonight, there's going to be a sheep and goat, and then you continue for Friday with beef, and then the auction.
Yeah, and the auction is really cool. I mean, these kids put a lot of time and energy into raising these animals.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Ryan Burg. Investigators are looking into a trooper-involved crash on Interstate 15. Lewis and Clark County Undersheriff Brent Colbert told MTN that an impaired driver crashed into a Montana Highway Patrol vehicle parked in the emergency lane at mile marker 195. Colbert said that the driver hit a truck first and then lost control and hit the patrol car. Nobody was hurt. The Gallatin County Sheriff's Office is hunting for a killer. According to Sheriff's Office investigators, 35-year-old Dustin Jerzem was found murdered in a tent at a campsite east of Highway 191 between Big Sky and Gallatin Gateway over the weekend. Jerzem was last seen 1 week ago when he left to go camping and meet a friend. That friend said Jerzem was never arrived. He was looking for him Saturday morning and the body was found. Jerzem's injuries were so severe, his friend initially reported the incident as a bear attack. Once again at the desk is Joey Bianconi, and Joey, you're not the only one that has the cool glasses today. I got my pair.
So we can't see each other, we can't see the cameras now, and
Nothing.
that's the way it should be, because if it's the fake ones, you'd be able to see through it right now.
Yes, and these are for looking directly in the sun, so luckily I can't see anything because yes. And as far as the ISO goes, it'll be appeared inside the glasses just to make sure that you're looking safely into the sun, not damaging anything.
You'll
right?
also want to make sure there's a
On Tuesday morning at 7:30, crews quickly responded to a call about a structure fire on 2009 Livingston Avenue. A neighbor from the apartment complex called first responders, reporting seeing flames and black smoke coming out of the building. Helena Fire Chief Mike Chambers says crews were on scene in a matter of minutes.
We had it extinguished. At least fire control is what we call the main body of the fire is extinguished. We had that by around 8 o'clock.
Firefighters conducting a search of the apartment found one person inside and immediately began life-saving measures, trying best to save their life.
The victim did not survive the fire event.
The identity of the person who died has not yet been released. The coroner's office will release that at a future date. After investigation, Helena Fire reported the fire appears to be electrical in nature and started from a plug strip. Chambers says that the fire did significant damage to the apartment's interior, but the fire was contained to just the one building.
I don't think it'll need to be taken down, but it appears that the fire may have flashed, which means it reached a critical temperature. So inside, everything's burnt on the inside of the structure. So it'll have to be gutted at a minimum.
The Helena Police Department, Helena Fire, East Valley, West Valley, Fort Harrison VA Fire Department, and St. Peter's Health all responded to the scene. In Helena, Ryan Burg, MTN News. Now officially in its 4th year, hunters are loading up their muzzle loading guns just like this flintlock and just like this cap lock to fill up their tags this Heritage muzzleloader season.
Hold it away from your face, pour the powder in.
For hunters like Dave Tobel, it's this sound and the history behind it that's almost therapy.
I like the traditional stuff.
For 4 decades, muzzleloading has been part of Tobel's life, well before the state established a dedicated muzzleloading season just 3 years ago.
I've always had a real big interest in history and, you know, old firearms and whatnot. And I shot a few of them and I just thought, oh, I kind of like this stuff.
It may not be the easiest way to hunt, and a challenge that many hunters don't take on, but it's one that Tobel can't get enough of.
This is one shot.
From the careful care required after each firing,
that's how dirty black powder is,
to the multiple tools and equipment.
Percussion caps here for the percussion gun.
Muzzleloading even feels like it has its own language at times.
Their nickname is the Top Hat Musket Cap.
That makes this type of sport shooting so rewarding.
This particular rifle here, this Brown Bess, this one, this was what was used during the Revolutionary War by both the Americans and the English.
It's a hobby that requires patience and care.
You don't want to pound on it.
But one that Tobel is enthusiastic to share with others.
You ready to try it, Ryan?
He loaded up the flintlock, one modeled after firearms used in the Revolutionary War, and let me take a shot.
Good job!
Wow.
You did better than I did, Ryan. See where you hit it? I would suggest if you have a friend, somebody you know has one, go shoot it first. See if you like it.
At the Prickly Pear shooting range, Ryan Burg, MTN News.